said, come on, give me a break. I'm 2 laps down. I just want to get back in this race.
And Johnny's like, why are you so angry at me?
Well, when you have a problem, you're angry at everyone, right, Michael? You know, we listen to these drivers' radios, and I'm one of them. You're angry at everyone.
We've completed 87 laps now. It's been 34 laps since Johnny Sauter was on pit road, 35 laps since Hornaday was on pit road.
About time. Here comes Kyle Busch to pit road.
Ray Dunlap. Kyle Busch was on pit road the last time on lap 53. Obviously, he was out of gas. He is going to come down here, get some fuel. We're at lap 87 right now. You see the wedge wrench in crew member's hand. Actually, that's a track bar. They're going to make one round on that track bar. Right side tires. Will they go with a 2-tire stop? Yes, absolutely. And once again, Crafton was down pit road just a lap or two after Kyle Busch. So we'll keep our eye on that number 88.
I think a good call by Kyle Busch. He needed to make up some track position, so 2 tires. I think right now there's a lot of people that will only go 2 tires in fuel.
And that wasn't a very good stop for Kyle's team either. They got hung up on that right front tire there. So that was the only choice they had, I think. Even if they had a call for 4, probably call it off and let's just get 2. Maybe some gas and goes too, Phil.
Absolutely.
Possible.
And Kyle was 16 seconds behind, so he's got a long ways to go to catch up.
And I think it bears repeating. We've said it a bunch. Kyle Busch, 5 starts this year, 5 wins.
That streak is in jeopardy.
Yeah, he's going to have some help here, or all these guys run out of gas or something like that. But I'm telling you, if I'm Ron Hornaday, Johnny Sauter, I'm thinking about coming down pit road. I want to make sure my guys got it full that last time, not taking any chances on running out on the racetrack.
I'm surprised these guys are staying out as long as they are.
I think they're setting themselves up for some gas and goes, though, which could mean the track position they need to grab the win. Here comes Hornaday and Taylor Mossam right behind him.
Hermie Sadler.
Steve, Ron Hornaday has said all weekend long this is the best truck he's had all season. It's a slight track bar adjustment and fuel only for Ron Hornaday. The 32 of Taylor Mossam also making his way down pit road. Fuel only for the 32. Look for Johnny Sauter in about 2 laps, guys.
Michael, you were right. A little gas and go for a couple of these trucks. The tires are not really falling off any, so there's really no advantage to putting tires on right now.
But if there's a caution inside these last 10, they've fallen off enough for that to give Kyle Busch a real shot at making a run at them. And we also have seen other guys get tires as well. Armand Quiroga got 4 tires, in fact. So there's some guys that just want this thing to run itself out, and a lot of people are looking for that caution flag to fly.
Johnny Sauter has run 38 laps since he was on pit road. Now, I swear I would not stay out another lap if I was them. Would not take a chance.
Sauter has led twice for 17 laps.
Isn't it crazy how much energy and momentum means? Johnny Sauter's been that way ever since he got in that truck here at Michigan. He said, I've got the best truck I've had all year long, and now he's in a position to win this race.
No mistakes now. Do not speed on pit road.
Don't slide your tires. That's key. If you're going to take fuel only, you can't slide your tires.
Hermie Sadler.
Steve, this race is being called for Johnny Sauter by veteran crew chief Jeff Hensley. He is guiding Johnny Sauter into his pit stall, having to dodge around the 31 of Ben Kennedy. Obviously, it'll be fuel only. No adjustment for Johnny Sauter. They're counting him down. 3, 2, 1, go. 98 is down and away.
Boy, they didn't get much fuel in there, Michael. That one's going to be close.
No, and they got out of there. I was worried about that fuel can getting hung up, Phil. You talked about no mistakes. Johnny did his job. He got to pit road, no tires sliding at all. And then the crew's got to get that can engaged and then disengaged before he leaves, and they did their job as well. Hopefully they got enough gas in it.
And the 31 truck of Ben Kennedy stalled on pit road.
See some NASCAR officials walking out to that truck to push it out of the way.
Could that precipitate a caution?
There's some open pits right there, so they may just push that into an open pit stall. There's Jeff Hensley right there, Johnny Sauter's crew chief.
Ray Dunlap. When Johnny Sauter came down pit road, Matt Crafton was about to follow him, but his crew chief, Junior Joyner, said, stay out. Let's lead a lap. We'll get the bonus point. They've done that. Now they could go another 3 laps, and they thought there might be a caution because of that number 31 on the track. They're the leader of the race. They can go at least 2 more right now, and they'll be to the pit road to get their final splash and go of fuel.
I'll tell you, if he runs out of gas right now, he's going to regret that decision to stay out and get that point. He actually stayed out and yet another lap here. So I think Matt Crafton needs to get to pit road now. We have 6 laps to go, 5.5 laps to go for Matt Crafton. There's no way he can make it the rest of the way.
And you know what is interesting, Phil? He was in touch with the leader. If he can just have maybe a second less of fuel on his pit stop, that could be
Should have been saving a long time ago to do it, though. I think it's too risky. I'd love to do it, buddy, more than you know. That's it.
At Texas, he stretched his fuel to win it.
He's 6 seconds of gas. You got to get everything. I don't care about tires. Get it all.
Just 5 laps remaining.
What about his crew chief? I don't care if you slide the tires. Just get here as fast as you can. We're going to put 2 seconds of gas in it, and you're going to go win this thing on cords if that's what it takes.
That's going to take a lot to get him in and out in front of Johnny Sauter. Johnny Sauter had a little bit of a gap in front of him. This is going to be tight, and this is going to be the race right here between the 98 and 88. Did the 98 get enough gas? And will the 88 execute this pit stop? That's going to be the race for the win.
Right now, the 98, 31 seconds behind Matt Crafton as he slows down. There's Johnny Sauter right there going in turn 1.
So Johnny Sauter gave up the lead on lap 92 to pit. Now Matt Crafton, the leader, has to hit pit road with just 5 to go.
Hey, Steve, this is chassis number 35, the exact same truck that went to victory lane at Texas. He stops on his mark. They plug in. 1, 2, almost 3 seconds for a fuel. Matt Crafton back to the track. He will exit the end of pit road. And Johnny Sauter is at the start-finish line.
Remember, Matt has to stay below the blend line, but you can go pretty fast down there, can't you, Brad?
Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close. They're going to come on the pit road almost side by side right here.
Check that out.
He's 5 back. He's 1 back. He's going to look to your outside. You're racing him for the win right here. You're clear.
Wow. Did Johnny get enough gas? That's the question now. Did he get enough gas? And can Matt draft off him and make a last lap slingshot pass? Well, he's going to have 3 to go this time at the line.
Matt's truck is just as strong as Johnny's. Earlier we talked about strategy. That certainly played out with people running out of gas and mistakes on pit road. And now these 2 trucks with just a splash at the end, their strategy is to position themselves to win this race. Who's in the right position? Is it Johnny or is it Matt?
Do they have enough gas to go 6 miles? That's the question.
That's a gallon and a half is all that is. Looks like Matt closed in a couple truck lengths on Johnny Sauter right there. There's Jeff Hensley. First race on top of the pit box for Johnny Sauter.
We've talked about how important that draft is. That's the perfect distance right there for Matt Crafton to really start gaining on Johnny Sauter. He's got the draft right now. Can he drive up to him?
Let's look at his lap times this time by, Michael. Let's see if he's gaining.
Good battle for third right there. Ron Hornaday, Taylor Malson. Teammates locked up in the battle for Turner Scott Motorsports.
Oh, man, this is drama.
Battle for the lead on your left.
It doesn't look like Crafton really gained on Sauter. No. As a matter of fact, looks like he may have lost a little bit of ground. But we certainly have a great battle for third there, right side of your screen.
Malson pulls up to the bumper.
They're coming down to get the white flag. It's going to be a battle between Johnny Sauter and Matt Crafton.
One more time.
White flag, 2 miles left.
That means the next flag will end this thing. Will not be a green-white checker.
Johnny Sauter's got this baby in hand. Gets around the lap truck here.
I believe that's the 8 truck of Joe Nemechek right now. Joe's solidly up with a 10th place position here. Johnny's going to draft off him a little bit. Joe's going to move over and get Johnny the outside. Crafton closes in, Steve.
Turn 4. Johnny Sauter looks like he's going to hang on, and he will take the checkered flag.
That's a statement win to get him to the points lead.
10th win in the Camping World Truck Series for Johnny Sauter.
And if you like speed, we've talked about speed for 2 days. You just watched the fastest race in the history of the series. You saw the fastest qualifying speed in the history of the series, and now the fastest race.
And how about Thor Sport Racing with a 1-2 finish?
Thank you, everybody.
And Jeff Hensley wins his first race on top of the pit box for Johnny Sauter.
Man, I just have liked Johnny Sauter since he got to Michigan. He's been confident and loving his truck and drives it to victory lane.
15 starts in between wins for Johnny Sauter's last win, Talladega, last October.
Not only will he go to victory lane, he will emerge with a point lead today.
That's a good way to emerge.
Johnny Sauter with a 9-point lead over his teammate Matt Crafton. Let's go to Hermie Sadler.
Well, Jeff, a happy team. They were happy for Johnny, then happy for you. A lot of wins. Where does this one stack up for you? You just moved to this team this week.
It's huge. I mean, it really is. I mean, to get this opportunity with Thor Sports, I mean, it was a dream come true. And it was a good career move for me to come up here and work with these guys. Duke Thorson gives us everything we need. It's a great group of guys, and Johnny Sauter is a heck of a race car driver. So I want to thank everybody. I mean, it's amazing. Maybe did we leave here with a point lead? That's a big thing.
Well, we'll check on the points. But yes, you do have the points lead handed out here unofficially, but a big win for Johnny Sauter, maybe even a little bit bigger for Jeff Hensley.
So the question was, Steve, does he have enough gas to make it to the finish?
Yes.
and then some.
And the burnout.
Then some to do a burnout.
That was a pretty righteous burnout, too. I love that.
And remember, that team is from Ohio. This is a home game for them.
We'll talk to Johnny Sauter when we come back to the Michigan International Speedway.
Why do you work hard? Not because you have to. Not because some boss told you to. But because that's what you were born to do. And that deserves the best we can do.
Well, Johnny Sauter's truck was good to the last drop. He ran out of gas after doing the smoky burnout. Time now for our Ram Guts and Glory. And guys, this all played out on pit road.
Yeah, Junior Joyner left him out a couple more laps and said, no, we're going to have to stop. I'd love to gamble. We can't do it. A great pit stop by Matt, and they're going to come out on the racetrack, on the backstretch, dead even.
Johnny Sauter's momentum took him around the outside of Matt Crafton, but Johnny was able to drive away a bit from Matt. I mean, he distanced his gap for a couple laps on the last lap, though. Matt made a great run on Johnny, but it was Johnny Sauter having just enough gas to get to victory lane, or almost to victory lane.
Johnny Sauter, the 6th driver to win in this 2014 season. Let's go to victory lane and Hermie Sadler.
Johnny, you're in victory lane at Michigan. Ray Dunlap said before the race, you run well here, one thing after another, but you guys, new crew chief Jeff Hensley, pulled it off today. What were your thoughts on that last green flag pit stop?
I didn't really have a lot of thoughts, to be honest with you. I'm so proud of this team, everybody at Thor Sport on this Next Gen Aerospace, Kurt Records, Toyota, everybody at Triad, TRD, everybody that makes this possible, Duke around to Thorson. Say hi to my wife and kids, but that last stop, I just knew that I had to get on pit road right, no mistakes. And I hit it right. When I got to the line, I was at 4,800 in second gear. I was like, dang, that's perfect, you know. And so proud of Jeff Hensley for coming over here. And this is just a great, great day. And can't thank the good Lord, bless His mother enough.
After all you've been through this year, you win today, and you take the points lead. What kind of mentality does that give to you headed for the rest of the season?
Well, we're just now past halfway, so this is great. This is the momentum. This is the thing we needed to swing it. And just so proud of this team, these guys. I mean, we've had a good year, but not a great year, and we've been consistent, and we finally got speed this weekend. And I want to give a shout-out to my Aunt Dell. She's struggling right now, so I want to say hi to her.
It's Johnny Sauter. He's the winner and the points leader. Ray?
Matt Crafton comes home second today after starting 14th. You pitted at lap 54, and I went over to your crew chief and said, don't tell me this is Texas again.
Yeah, like Texas, I mean, today I don't think we had the best in our Toyota Tundra, but like I said, we were definitely a top 3, top 5 truck, I felt. But Texas, we definitely had the best in our Toyota Tundra there. But like I said, all in all, not a bad day. It's a good day for Thor Sport. And like I said, these guys never gave up, because in practice, we blew a regular tire like on lap 3 of practice, and we pretty much threw that whole first practice away working on the truck, trying to get that tire rub fixed. But all in all, not a bad day.
1-2 in the race, 1-2 in the points. What that say